Hey YouTubers, it's Strasbourg1991 here, and I'm going to do a quick documentary of my DVD collections. I'll hopefully post them by the end of the day. First one, Norfolk Southern Steam Volume 1. Now this is from Greg Scholl Productions. This is a 2000. The DVD was released in 2005. Tape was released in 1990. And it features just not nickel plate, but Norfolk and Western 611 and 1218 through between 1987 and 1989, which at the time there have been a lot of famous places you'll see these two locomotives. Yeager, Williamson, Portsmouth, Bluefield, even on an Independence passenger train called the Independence Limited. Alright, this is the spine. Alright, on the back you'll see a lot of the highlights for these locomotives. You can get that Norfolk Southern Steam Volume 2, which completes nickel plate 587 and 152, and NS Steam Freights, which features all 4 locomotives on freight trains, including the 152 with a caboose, a single caboose towards Knoxville during the 1987 NRHS convention. Next one, OC Steamfest 97. Now, the Ohio Central Railroad, run by Jerry Jacobson, is one of the most unusual railroads to ever tour across the eastern United States. Well, in the Buckeye State, you'll see 3 steam locomotives double heading, triple heading, on freights, side by sides, and even go behind a tour inside the shops. On the back, you'll see the steam locomotives, including the 6325, which operated for like 3 years before coming out of service with running gear issues. I'm telling you, you should get this. This is from Mainline Motion Pictures in Chester, Virginia. As you can see, this is the disc. Alright. Trains Unlimited from the History Channel. Now, many of you people don't find this title familiar, or you might find it familiar. This was on the History Channel back in '97. I was like maybe 6 at the time when this last came. The last episode was released, and by '98, I believe they just transferred to DVDs. Oh well. It features many programs, including Stoking the Fire to the History of Railroads. It features online commentaries from narrators Danny Dark, Kevin Michael Richardson, Kevin Keefe of Railfan Magazine, not Railfans, but some kind of a magazine company, Railroad Magazine. William D. Middleton, who's passed away. Same with Walter Gray, Jack Wheelahan. Now, all these guys are in this documentary. Oh, and I almost forgot, this comes in sets of 2s. Let me just fix that there. Alright. Railroad Classics. I got this in Colorado 2 years ago on my trip. And, this features many different railroads from the Heber Valley in Utah to narrow gauge railroading in southwest Colorado. In fact, the 2 narrow gauge railroads in Colorado actually combined with the old Denver and Rio Grande back in 1881, where the line actually continued north to Silverton. Tracks between Chama and Durango have since been scrapped, and the tourist lines have been created. The Durango and Silverton, and the Cumbres and Toltec. Next one. Manitou and Pikes Peak Cog Railway dates back to 1889. They use tram cars, and you go through at least 1 or 2 switchbacks to get to the top of Manitou's Pikes Peak. It is a thrilling experience. I think it's about maybe 14,528 feet. I can't really tell what the grade is, but it's very steep, and it is a thrilling experience. The Durango and Silverton I mentioned earlier. This has all the K28s and 27s, with the exception of 486 that is now taken over for 476 back in 2001, I believe. But this is a David Boyer Productions, and this will feature 1994 shots of the Durango and Silverton and as many as 6 trains operating. Now, I'm not pretty sure for those who are interested, but this is a re-release of a K4 Pennsylvania Railroad locomotive, number 1361, which has been under rebuild since 1997. Now, the K4 has funding issues, and it's likely not to operate in the future, but it'll be pushed somewhere around as maybe 2019 or 2020, which I really don't know when that's going to happen. But this discovers the first 5 years of operation, 4 to 5 years, and here's I'll give you a tour of what the DVD looks like. Mark 1 video. It's been around for as long as I can remember. Almost 20 years they've been doing business. Another Greg Scholl product, nickel plate combo. Now, I like some of the highlights. 765 with the Pennsylvania whistle, nickel plate 587 on a trip in Indiana, and the 85 and 87 trips of the New River train between Huntington and Hinton, West Virginia. They just blew me away. On the back, you'll see a cover of 765 pulling the New River train and 587 stopping for a crew change. I like some of the highlights include Hurricane, Hawk's Nest. Here's the disc. Last but not least, Steam Train from Railhead Video Productions. Now, 2005 this was released, and 2005, and this dates back to '79. So it features everything from tourist railroads to mainline excursion runs to narrow gauge railroading. In fact, you'll see a lot of N&W 611 and 1218 in this feature, and as many as other locomotives such as Steamtown Switcher numbers 26 and the Gettysburg Railroad before its infamous accident back in 1995. There are 2 discs, but since I don't have them, they're downstairs. This is what it's looked like. And also, for those who are unaware, my location, I've currently moved into a new house as of August of 2012. I'm done with part 1, and I will hopefully return with part 2. Talk to you later. Bye.